What is the relationship between this group of lynx and this woman? Why can they be so happy together? Does it mean that these lynx are domesticated one day? A young woman saw a lynx trapped in a trap in the forest. As everyone knows, lynx is a kind of very aggressive animal, so the woman was struggling with the side of the scene. But looking at the lynx struggling, the fear in her heart was finally overcome by kindness. She got a wooden board and used it to shield herself, slowly coming closer to the lynx. The lynx was panicking. At the sight of a human approaching, it seemed a little mad as it let out a roar and slapped upon the board. This startled the woman, but the woman didn't give up. She swallowed and continued the fight, looking at the woman's cautious look. The lynx seemed to sense that she should not come to harm it, so it slowly stopped resisting so furiously, just looked at the woman with some caution. The woman also approached slowly, holding the lynx back with a wooden board. Then she bent down and fiddled with the trap. By this time the lynx was still struggling, just not as violently as before. When the woman lifted the lynx's trap-locked paw and shook it, the lynx also seemed to understand that the woman seemed to be helping it. The lynx, who understood the woman's intentions, stopped struggling and even became much gentler in expression. It lay there quietly, waiting to regain its freedom. Finally, thanks to the woman's efforts, the chain restricting the lynx's movement was opened. She carefully held the board against her body and quickly stepped backwards. Only when she was some distance away from the lynx did she dare to hide behind the board and watch it slowly, and the lynx somehow crouched there motionless. It seemed to be thinking about something and looked at the woman every now and then, sensing the lynx's kindness and watching it stay still. The woman thought something else was restraining the lynx, so she walked up again in silence to find out what was going on. But nothing happened to the lynx. It just didn't seem to want to leave. To prevent it from being harmed by hunters again, the woman picked up a wooden stick and tried to drive it away. It eventually roared twice and ran away. This should be the end of it. Besides, the lynx's 2 growls before leaving made the woman think she would not be grateful. Time flies like an arrow. A few years went by in a flash. The woman had forgotten about it. During the holidays this year, she came to her grandfather's house in the wilderness for her usual visit. Already a lover of small animals, she would often go to the forest in the early morning or late afternoon to play and see all kinds of small animals. This day, while lying on the ground playing as usual, she found the lynx watching her silently from behind a tree. She had just gotten up to run when a flash of that scene came to her mind. This lynx had such a friendly look. Perhaps it was the same one she had rescued, so she sat down again. As expected, after a while, the little guy slowly approached her. The woman reached out and stroked its head. It immediately jumped into the woman's arms and rubbed against her. Then, as if realizing something else, it broke free from the woman's embrace. It led several young lynx out from behind the tree and brought them to the woman. No doubt, these lovely creatures are its children. The woman took one in each hand and took turns hugging them. She felt very warm inside. In fact, animals' feelings often last longer than people think. Once a helper, always a friend. They always surprise us. They always make us feel that these creatures also have a genuine feeling inside that cannot be ignored, and they are often driven by these feelings. In the end, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.